I'm on Rock Farm today to try and find out the trade secrets of farm-to-table cuisine. I mean, what is farm-to-table cuisine? And what can it do not only for your own health, but also the health of the environment around us? Come with me and let's find out. First question is, can you please tell us a bit about yourself, who you are and why you know so much about farm-to-table cuisine?
So my name's Mia, I work with Brighton Food Factory and we've been working for around a year with local produce. But before that I used to own a fresh produce business, so I've been working with Sussex Farms for about 12 years.
Do you have any favourite local supermarkets that tend to support local produce? Or would you say that the only way to truly find farm-to-table cuisine is to go into the farmers markets, for example? Do you think that's the way to go?
Definitely. Supermarkets tend to, on the whole, only pay around 8% of the value of the goods to the farmer. It tends to be an exploitative relationship. So farmers markets will pay around 50% to the farmer, so they make much more sense. The food is fresher, it isn't sitting in a container, it's usually brought fresh to the market. So ethically, we tend to see supermarkets as not being the way forward.
What would you say is a common misconception, maybe a myth, for example, about farm-to-table cuisine?
I definitely think there's a misconceptions around like what we can grow in the UK and how tasty that is. And I think a lot of people maybe think that they need to buy a lot of stuff that's coming from like Spain or Italy or much further afield. When really, if you eat like locally and seasonally, you can have such a diverse and interesting range of food.
I think probably the misconception is that a lot of people don't think that we can produce much in the UK. We're proving that here at Rock Farm, and I think that trying to build more of an understanding around that's really important moving forward, is the potential of what we can grow here, and shopping more locally. Yeah,
absolutely. Eating farm-to-table cuisine sometimes has a reputation for being very middle class, a very middle class experience. What would you say to those who might view it that way?
I'd say that's a huge shame, because it shouldn't be. Farm to table should be what we expect. We should be expecting to eat good food on our plates, and that's the job of people like me at Brighton Food Factory, the partners that I work with at the Sussex Depot, to deliver that message so everybody feels entitled to eat good, to eat well, and to have access to good food.
Locally sourced food, maybe it's for the middle class because they're the ones that are accessing it and they're aware of it. If we make the general population aware of it, then I think more people. Unfortunately, where people who say are not quite middle class or whatever, they go to food banks where it is coming in locally sourced foods. Yep. But we've got to get to a situation where that stigma is taken away from food banks, because a lot of people think, oh no, I can't go to a food bank, they're going to think I'm poor. No, they're going to think you're hungry, and we're all hungry. If you stick seasonal, you don't go wrong. You really don't go wrong. And I just think we just need to talk about it more. The more you talk, the more education. It's about educating people. We have to get away from just pretty food and start looking at ugly food, because people will walk past a vegetable if it's looking wonky. I think even the middle class, I'm sorry, I don't care what class you are, if you're seeing a carrot here and a carrot there, and this carrot is £1 and this one is 20p, secretly you go for that 20p one.
So, firstly, I need to say thank you so much for this.
Yeah, no problem.
Is there anything, any kind of closing statements, any last remarks that you'd like to say to the camera? Because you have been an absolute pleasure to meet. You are the woman that never stops.
You got it. All right, this is what I will say to you. It's my little song, and it goes, don't bend it. Ow, you gotta spin it. Oh, don't trash it. Rehash it. And if you like it, you'll recycle it. So from Momma Cherri, I just want to say peace, love, and soul from the mama. Get eating and get cooking together.
That's been fantastic.
How's that?
I think that's a wrap.
Is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap.